Look at these other podcasts out here with a point. Doing interviews, trying to educate you, or change the world. No, we don't do that here. Here, we look around, see things, go places, do things, and round up the best so you can forget the rest. Here, we rank 'em up.
All right, welcome into Rank 'em Up. I am Craig, and I'm happy to be joined by our, I guess, three friends and me. We're here, we rank stuff. That's what we do on this show. I have no idea what I'm talking about here.
All right. There you go. Right. Well, there you go.
Welcome to the show. That's what I should say. Don, how you doing?
That was actually the third take. Howdy, how are you, Craig? I'm well.
Gilberto, hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Great. How are you guys?
I promise I know how to open a show someday.
Someday we'll get it right.
Lilo, hi. How's it going?
Hey, Craig. What's up, man?
Good.
Oh, hey.
We're talking about cell phone apps today. We all have a lot of them. Everybody's got a cell phone these days, a smartphone. All of us download an app and then delete it in about 2 seconds after we play with it for a minute.
Realize that it's a bunch of junk.
Yeah. Oh, I have to pay for all the good stuff? Oh,
jeez.
Deleting it.
No,
Right.
pay to win, right? Pay to play. Or whatever.
Right.
Yep.
So we're ranking our five favorite cell phone or mobile device apps. And how can you get on in the conversation, Don?
Well, it's very simple, and everybody has their social media engagement. It's all over the place. And, of course, Twitter. Twitter is my favorite personal social media application, website, whatever you do. So it would be Twitter, and you go to Rank 'em Up at RANKEMUP. Facebook, give us a like on that. Go to our page, and you can, people like to go to either Twitter or Facebook are our most integrated socially websites. Obviously, YouTube. And by the way, YouTube, you're on Christmas break or you're very close to Christmas break, go back and give the video game ones a try, because I swear you will find a video game that you'll want to try that's not, the AAA game right now that costs $1 million. But we talk about a lot about other small video games that would be in the bargain bin these days. So go back and you can listen to the whole archives on YouTube at Rank 'em Up over there. Like that page, subscribe, and you can get all the new episodes right to your inbox every day. iTunes, subscribe on iTunes, and you'll get us on your podcast app. And, of course, Stitcher for you Android people out there.
Was that just an LFG? You're trying to get people to join you in Destiny?
No, but that invitation is open year-round, by the way. And by the way, I figured out a solid strategy in Heroic Oryx. So if you would like to join me, and, a lot of people are, effusive. They're defensive. They don't really want to go to the LFG because sometimes, and I had this happen to me last weekend, is even if you have experience in beating something, you do not have enough experience in beating something, and they will not let you join them. And I'm like, wait a minute. And it's funny because on Destiny Reddit, and but I think, by the way, the last show we were going to talk about Destiny the whole time.
Yeah, last show was...
I apologize.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
No Destiny.
It's hard to equate Destiny and cereal.
Well, they haven't.
kind of true.
Well, I feel like they haven't done advertising with any cereal companies. But one day, this is a 10-year game. We got a decade. We still got 8.5 more years.
Got time.
They can get some, Frosted Flakes or my personal favorite, Captain Crunch in there. Get some Captain Crunch, and those little boxes. If I could control myself to just eat a little box, a little fun size box, then I would be okay. I would be okay. But that never happens because they don't sell those in stores. They only sell like the family size at Walmart, and then it's all over for a whole week. But what were we talking about, Craig?
I have no idea.
All right.
We're going to start the show. How about that?
Right, let's
start with cell phone apps. And since Don, you just talked, we'll start with Gilberto.
I don't remember.
All right. Well, so this, I have a car now. I need to explain that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you.
I don't have to give you rides everywhere.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for everybody who stood by me. But anyway, all right. So, and I can say that because this application is what I use when I drive at home or anywhere. So I use this podcast app. This is where I catch up. I learn. I laugh. I reflect. This on the iPhone specifically, the podcast application, I really like that because my episodes download automatically. That's where I catch up with Rank 'em Up or any other ones.
Rapid Rant.
Which anyway, yeah. So my podcast application on my iPhone is my number 5.
By the way,
Nice.
let's give a listen to the Brewski Revuski if you like beer. Those guys are really cool, and they are connected on the inside of the Colorado microbrewery, which we have some pretty big companies that distribute outside of Colorado. So Brewski
story.
Revuski with our friend Casey Boyer.
It's a good show. Yeah, give him a listen. You done? Mm-hmm. All right, my number 5. My number 5 is the only game that I really play anymore on my mobile devices. I used to, if we did this show maybe a couple years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I would have a lot more games on here. For some reason, I just don't play games on my mobile device anymore, really.
Yeah, not really. I know I don't.
Especially the free-to-play ones where you have to wait for everything all
Yeah.
the time. That kind of drives me nuts a little bit.
Clash of Clans. We had some pretty big clan going there.
We had a good clan thing going, and then everybody stopped playing kind of all at once. And we were abandoned.
Yeah.
Wah,
We got good
Wow.
enough to where like random people would be like, "Come on, man, just let me join. Just let me join for one battle. Just let me join for one battle.
Yeah.
Just make me a leader.
Jeez.
Just make me whatever it's called."
And people wanted to join and be a leader right away. We're like, hey.
I don't even know you, man.
Yeah.
Usually I get kissed before, and
Right.
you know how that ends. But yeah,
Take me to dinner first.
Yes. All right.
So this is not Clash of Clans. Our clan is it's dead somewhere. It's probably still going somewhere, but
Probably is.
I have it on my phone still.
nobody's logged into it in a while. This game is Puzzle and Dragons. It's okay. It's a matchy game. It's
It's okay.
all right. I'm at the point where I have to grind to level up my dudes, and it's more work than it is fun these days. But at the beginning, I was really into it, and I still log into it and play it every once in a while. It's a fun game. It's fun. I like it. Puzzle
Nice.
and Dragons.
Puzzle and Dragons.
Yes,
Okay.
it's so fun. Actually, I bought the 3DS version.
Wow.
I went and bought the 3DS version because it's not free to play at that point. You can just play it as much as you want.
That's cool.
And I think that's why I don't play it as much on my mobile devices.
Yeah, that would make sense. I know if I bought a mobile game that was also on console of some kind, I wouldn't play it on the mobile anymore.
That's right.
So
And it's going to be interesting because Nintendo just signed a deal that they're going to finally have their games go mobile.
yes, yes, they
And
did.
obviously your Pokemon craziness is
Yes.
going to that's going to be the first one coming out, but
Well, they already they debuted Pokemon Shuffle on mobile,
yeah.
and you can get that
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. And it's okay. It's a slidey match game too, and it's all right.
When Mario Kart comes, I mean, just want Mario Kart. Man,
If it's multiplayer, I'm getting that.
Mario
Yeah.
Kart on
And I
mobile
will
would be
challenge
awesome.
you guys.
That would be really
we'll play
awesome.
together.
let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah, Mario Kart, the 4 of us, it'd be on.
Game on.
It's
Yeah.
on.
Follow us on Twitter someday or Twitter, Twitch,
Twitch.com.
Twitch.com.
Twitch, yes.
Yes.
I totally botched all
YouTube
of
gaming is actually better, but nobody goes to it because Twitch is such a big game. But
that. Yeah,
YouTube-
Twitch is a big one.
Yeah.
But I like YouTube gaming. But
YouTube gaming's cool, but there's
Uh,
not enough content. Like the guys, I guess, the guys that are YouTube providers, they do their videos that take them hours upon hours. They don't want to just sit there and do YouTube gaming.
yeah,
So that's kind of I think that's why that is not as popular. But once they get the people on YouTube, I mean, you almost like some of these content guys need we talked about how much money they make in the past. They need to hire somebody just to do the video editing for them
that's true.
because man, that takes forever.
Yeah, one man teams don't really make it on YouTube anymore.
Yep.
Okay, number 5, mobile apps for me. So for me, this is actually like a suite of apps that I like to use. So and this is all on on a tablet because doing photo editing on a mobile phone is hard because the screen's little and you can't get all the little details and stuff. So the 3 that I like to use, especially on my iPad, is Snapseed, and then Adobe. I can't remember what it's called now. Adobe something or other. It's free on the App Store. And then the other one is VSCO or VSCO Cam. So yeah, these 3 apps together are what I like to use for photo editing. And they're really good. They're pretty simple, but they can also do like a lot of the really everyone's writing my information down.
I always write everything you say down because you are smart and I want to learn things.
Say those again, please.
Yeah.
Sure. So for those of you in the back,
Yes.
Snapseed, Snapseed, Adobe, and I can't remember what it was called. I'll have to verify what that one is. And then VSCO. All of these are photo editing apps. They're very easy to use, and they're also very detailed. So if you want to get into it and you want to get real detailed on your photo editing, these have the capabilities to do that as well. So, and they're all free. Hey, even better.
I like that. That's my favorite kind of app.
That's right.
Which leads into my number 5, and that would be YouTube, because even though it costs my data plan, we get close to that limit every time I start looking at a lot of YouTube videos, which we did. We did our favorite content providers and my favorite YouTube guys, and I watch a lot. Destiny, obviously, that's going to come up a little bit today. But
Oh, no.
yeah, something dropped today. We had the Sparrow Race
League.
It's so much fun. Have you tried it yet? Probably.
No, that's what I'm going to do tonight when I get home.
I downloaded it, and before I came here, I'm like, just download so I could try. And I only got 3 races in, but yeah, man.
Yeah?
I mean, it's just a break of going on Destiny.
Right.
You're still getting gear. You're still getting to your level 320 light. So why not do some Sparrow Racing League? It's a little respite of battling aliens
things.
from Saturn and outer space. It's just a little break. You're having a little fun, and you're still getting the end game gear,
Right.
which is what makes the grind worth it. So
I'm doing it.
So
I'm doing
YouTube, I learn a lot of things when I'm not connected into the Destiny by my hardwire, like sitting at home in the console playing. I get my Destiny or YouTube fix on my phone, and it's one of my favorite cell phone apps.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, I feel like my next app is gonna look very weak because because this is gonna go with what you said, Lilo. Well, this is a photo editor that I use all the time, and I thought it worked well, but I'm gonna research the ones that you do because I'm sure they're much better. And I use PixArt. I don't know if you've used it before.
Oh, I haven't used that one.
It's pretty detailed. It has a lot of features, but. I do find myself a bit limited, but this is one of my top used apps. So it's PixArt. So my version of Photoshop for on my phone.
Right.
So yeah.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Why not?
Mine is also relative to the discussion.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I have 2 kids. I've got a beautiful wife, and therefore I take a lot of pictures on my phone. Those kids, I always have my phone. I don't always have the camera. I probably should, but the phone is way easier.
Yes.
And so my app is just the camera app.
Oh.
It's kind of an app, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little thing on there. So I use that, and that's I always am using the camera. I find it's easier to flip it up. Like, once they introduce that on the new iOS, where you just do that, you scroll up, and the camera's right there. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's when you really blow up your memory.
Yeah,
even if on your lock screen.
Yeah,
you can still,
that's what I mean. Yeah, on the lock screen, you just swipe up. Yeah. So I take a lot of pictures. I don't really post them or do much with them. Sometimes I'll put them on Instagram. Sometimes I'll put them on Facebook. But I take a lot of pictures.
Yeah, who doesn't?
So I use the camera app.
Nice. I can get behind that.
I don't edit them though. I probably should. I edit them on the computer. I'll import them into Photoshop and
yeah. Well, you have Photoshop. That's the thing. I don't have Photoshop.
Well, there you go.
I cobble mine together with free apps.
I've got the Photoshop.
Right.
So I'm the only person here without kids, so I take a lot of pictures of interesting things I see. Like if somebody cuts me off or somebody does something and they have a respect license plate, then I take a picture of that. If somebody parks.
Calls them out on Twitter.
Yes, I do.
All the time.
Although, hey man, I saw some guy. If you ever seen the guys at 225 in Parker that juggle, those guys are good. They juggle. They have like the big bowling ball pins and they juggle. And then
he was riding a barrel the other day.
Yes, he was. Oh my gosh,
it's like a carnival over
to all
there.
the homeless people that just want to look sad. Like I used to have a theory that when I was doing deliveries, that if I looked like a homeless person, I would get more tips. No. You got to do tricks to get tips,
It's
and
true.
that's what those guys are doing.
You
They're
have to
juggling,
provide.
they're dancing, you know what? They're giving us entertainment while we're sitting in boring traffic, and they don't have like a whole tent city.
It's more of a tip than a
Yes,
It is more of a
than
tip.
a handout.
Yeah, I think we feel better
prefer-
giving a tip than a handout.
I prefer to think of it that way. Thank you. Whatever. So wait, I don't remember what I was going. Dang it,
Is your
man.
next step?
Yeah, what's your
Well,
your number
Lilo's
4?
turn.
Oh, it's my
Yeah,
turn.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
Lilo, teach us something. Number
Okay.
4.
Well, at number 4, I'm not going to really be able to teach anybody anything. Number 4 for me is social media.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you put that all in one category.
I did. I had to. I touched so many of them that it would take up like my whole. Not inappropriate.
yeah.
There's nothing inappropriate about touching apps. Yeah, I kept on going.
Rank
with
them
that
up
one.
on Twitter at rank them up. RNKMUP Twitter.com. There you
Comments can go to Halil_Santos. The Lilo Santos. Yeah, so social medias. This is inclusive of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, because I consider Instagram a social network, even though it's part of Facebook. Google Plus, which is a ghost town. But sometimes there's some really cool stuff on there that I like to check out. And then blah, 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 blah. What is the other one? Pinterest. I go on there too. I'm like the only dude on Pinterest, I think.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you about this right now. Every delicious meal that if Rachel says, Don, what do you want to eat? I go to Pinterest and I look at things that I want to eat, and most of them are very unhealthy.
This
So
is a
then-
safe place. You can admit that here.
Right.
Every
it's
time
true.
I pick like 4 things, and then Rachel makes the healthiest one, no matter what. So it's like,
Look
you
at these
pick-
bacon wrapped
yeah,
pinwheels.
exactly.
So if you find something you really want and is not healthy, pick 3 other things that are not
Exactly.
healthy.
Right, that are way, way
Yeah.
One time I
unhealthy.
gave her 5 macaroni and cheese options, and she's like, no, I'm not making that. And I'm like, But I swear, every macaroni and cheese thing on Pinterest looks delicious. Like, I want
it's
it.
very true.
I want
It's
it
very
so
true.
bad. Mac and cheese.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, any
what.
and all social media that I've ever interacted with, I do on the mobile device more than the computer.
Yeah.
And it's funny. So I don't remember what the exact numbers are, but in terms of mobile device usage, for things like a football game, if anyone is looking or watching a football game and then looking for merchandise for said football game, like a team or something, 73%, I believe, of shopping traffic is on mobile devices.
Really?
Yep. Because
Amazon.
because it's right there in your hand. You don't have to go to the computer. You don't have to go to the I don't know. whatever else,
MLB
phone.
Shop. MLB Shop. Not to give them plugs, but they're easier to browse online than it is on a computer. Like you can, it's just way easier on your mobile
Yeah.
device, which is weird. But I think that's where the trend is going. Obviously, like
We'd be happy to have them as advertisers if they want to contact us at Rank 'em Up.
MLB. Yeah, I was at the game, probably the most famous game in Rockies history when they beat Trevor Hoffman and the San Diego Padres in the play-in game.
I was there too,
Yes, that was awesome and amazing.
and I was at the Game 5 of the World Series, or
Also-
Game 4 of the World Series.
Holiday did not touch the plate, but you know what? That's okay. We still won.
He got a bum chin from it.
They gave us that one.
Yeah.
We deserved it, but we'll never go back to the playoffs ever again. Are you done, Mila?
Yeah, that's all I got.
My
on that
number 4. I made it to whole number 4 without it being related to Destiny. Although YouTube is kind of related to Destiny, but it's such a big, encompassing
one. Not a direct
choice.
relation.
So this one, number 4, and this actually just came out last week, but I've used it so much in my maybe 2 weeks ago in my Destiny life in my life. Because it used to be I would be playing some multiplayer, on Destiny, and I would have my podcast app up and I would listen to podcasts while I'm playing Destiny. But now it's called Ishtar, and you can actually move so you get weapons, and I have 3 characters. Don't judge me. And so you have a weapon, and you only get like one at a time. And if you get a god roll on a weapon, you want to keep that one, and you want to just switch it between your people. So if you use the Destiny Companion app, which is good, it's just a lot slower than Ishtar. Ishtar brings all 3 of your guys stuff up, and you can switch it so easily. By the way, I made the top row of my apps, so I know where it is. It is. It's in the top row. I mean, there you go. So, and it's really easy. See.
So it's
You can
faster than the.
Yes, it's faster than Destiny Companion app.
How is that even possible?
Just because, dude, it's so easy. You hit it, you hit your item, and then you can say equip or send to, and then it just goes in, and it's so much faster. So much faster.
I call voodoo magic. The fact
And
that
it's
you
a-
can beat Bungie at its own game.
Exactly. That's strange, right? Well, it was made by a guy who did a lot of Reddit, and then he's like, well, we need it to be easier. And then he's like, all right, I'm taking it upon myself. He went to the Destiny Reddit, took it upon himself, and we have Ishtar. And it used to be an iPad only, and it was still faster than you could do on the Destiny Companion app. But he made it for the iPhone, the iOS, the small one. And it's amazing, and I love it. And you can
Crazy.
consumables, armor, weapons, so much easier to use. And if you don't have the right weapon, man, you in under 30 seconds to not make your fire team angry, you can move it around. That's Ishtar. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Well, I will take it from here. My number 3.
Excellent segue again.
That was the most aggressive segue I've ever heard.
Since last week.
Right.
You know what?
You sound like Dan Patrick when he did when him and Rob Dibble were like,
I had to,
he
come
didn't
on.
know
I
where
had
to
to
go
make a break
after
between,
Rob Dibble would say something crazy.
I had to wake up the audience. I'm sorry. I said that. I am sorry.
Oh. Gilberto just cut out an entire niche audience.
I did. I'm sorry.
We've got like 5 Destiny listeners, and you just made them all mad.
All of them.
I'm kidding, Don. Okay, so usually now
Don's out.
everything has a video, right? And even though you didn't understand my YouTube channels, which is pretty much why I said this.
It's not that we didn't understand them.
First of all, no.
I didn't get an opportunity to explain it correctly. I did have a turn. I did have a turn, but
I'm not
but
commenting on that.
But
Just go back and listen and see if you know anything about his YouTube channel.
all right,
Right.
Well, my number 3 app is YouTube because I do follow these channels and every single one of these, and I
For your
stay
real life
updated.
situations.
For my real life situations, they
Is it like
just.
stories and stuff?
It's real life stories. They do sketches and skits and
comments and
comments and people talk
Yeah.
and they look at cameras. Yes, so YouTube.
Like a team of people?
Sometimes, sometimes it's like a team of people. Sometimes it's a girl with a ukulele.
Oh, by the way, I watched that channel. Oh, yeah, I think I subscribed to that one.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
So, there you go. YouTube.
And that's your number 3?
That is my number 3.
My number 3 is YouTube.
Hey.
Hey, we almost got a social.
We're almost there.
Almost.
Did you say YouTube?
No.
Reload has not said YouTube.
The reason why I like YouTube so much is because I am a cable cutter, and YouTube provides me with, along with the Chromecast, it provides me with my TV watching abilities. I just throw whatever I'm watching on YouTube onto my big TV. I can watch shows. I can watch Gangnam Style for 100 more times.
2.4 billion views, man.
Oh, man.
2.4 billion views.
I can watch his new video, his daddy video, whatever. Have you seen that one?
Oh, my.
That
More
one's-
times than I'd like to admit.
It's weird.
I love that video.
anyway.
I love that song. I downloaded it.
Nice. I get it from my daddy.
From my daddy.
Have you seen the new version?
No, I don't even know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. I have
oh,
no idea what you're talking
That's
about.
so great. That's like the best.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So anyway, I watch a lot of YouTube, as we learned.
What's that guy's name? Sai?
Sigh.
PSY.
PSY.
As we learned, I watch a lot of YouTube, and there's a lot of instructional videos I'll watch for video game purposes.
Yep.
A lot of how do I find this item in a game? A lot
Yep.
of why can't I do this in this
If you
game?
need to fix your car, there's guys that get crazy, and they're not the best spoken guys, but they will explain to you exactly how you need to change something.
Oh.
And car fixing videos are actually really helpful for that.
I wanted biscuits and gravy the other day, and I didn't know how to make white gravy, so I watched the YouTube on,
Awesome.
on
That's
the
awesome.
TV, and they came out delicious.
Nice.
So yeah, there's YouTube. That's what I do.
I wanted to get an exotic sword in Destiny, and I did that from the YouTube.
You got the exotic sword? I haven't even done that yet.
Not like the total exotic sword.
Oh.
I got like a sword.
The legendary. That's,
Yeah, the grind for an exotic sword is ridiculous.
It's so
I'm just
hard,
gonna
man.
say
And
that.
look,
Thanks, Lilo.
I'm a pickup goof guy.
This one's my fault. I'm
I'm a
sorry.
pickup goof guy.
I'm sorry, America.
And I haven't even
Sorry,
done that yet.
nation.
I beat hard mode Oryx 3 times, but I haven't got the exotic sword yet, and I'm trying. It's hard. It's hard though, because at one point you just have to grind. You just have to
Yeah, you
drive
have to-
patrol around an area for hours
Yeah,
to
you have
find.
to kill like
Ah,
475 guys.
yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, I recently started Skyrim. I know I'm
Oh,
about
man.
5 years behind.
That
but
game is so great.
I already got lost. Like my first 30 minutes playing that game, I don't know what I was doing. So I had to go on YouTube. I'm like, how do I get to Rivendell?
I'm trying to get
I can't
to
even get there.
Rivendell.
I could like fall down this hill and I'm in the river and I don't even know where I'm going. So I had to go on YouTube for that too.
Nice.
Yes.
I love Skyrim. That game's great. I should go buy that game again. All right.
Awesome. Yes.
Don and Caberto are debuting the new Psy song over there.
No
Yes.
sound.
No
No
sound.
sound.
It's man.
The dancing itself is really good.
Yeah, the dancing is actually pretty top notch.
All right, Lilo, you're number 3.
Number
If it's YouTube.
3.
Yes.
It's not YouTube.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
Dang it.
Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm going to caveat my list with saying that I tried not to have all Google apps because I really honestly could have had all 5 of my top 5 been Google apps, but I don't want to be biased. I am the lone Android user on the team here, so you know.
I have an Android tablet.
Oh, that's true.
So
You
does
do have it.
Caberto.
Yes,
That's
I
true.
do.
That's true. So,
I'm
It is
stuck
my
in
primary.
Apple jail for my life.
ain't nothing wrong with that. I have a MacBook for my work computer.
Lucky guy.
My number 3 app is Pandora.
Yeah.
I like Pandora. My wife actually subscribes to Pandora One, so I use her account.
Yeah.
She uses it for school, but I use it for traveling. Just
Okay.
be bopping around town. It's good because it'll give you like a good mix of music, and then all of a sudden it'll just go completely wheels off.
Ah.
And it'll,
If you hit like on one thing, your whole station's ruined.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
then you really have to start tailoring everything, and it's like, well, do I like this song? Don't I like this song? Like there was one time we were listening to a Christmas station, and for some reason it played like some random Michael Bublé song,
Ah, okay.
Yeah, uh-oh.
and I'm like, this isn't even a Christmas. This is not even on a Christmas album. How does this even relate? And I had to thumbs down that one, and I fear that I might have ruined it for the rest of the Michael Bublé songs.
You're probably better for it.
Might be. Nothing. There's nothing wrong with little Michael Bublé every now and then. Michael Bublé.
I like him. I appreciate him. He has a great voice. He's a poor man's 21st century Frank Sinatra.
He is. He is the 21st century Frank Sinatra. Just not nearly as
Poor man. Not
Cool,
gambling or Rat Pack or,
right.
fun when Las Vegas was fun and run by the gangsters stuff.
Right.
Whatever.
He's straight laced.
Exactly. Don't you wish Las Vegas was somehow in Utah and Utah was like 2 states away in Nevada and, then you could be like close?
You just go right there next door.
Yeah.
I like your thinking, Don.
Do you think that like Moab, Utah wants to secede into Colorado? I would if I were them.
They should.
Exactly. So, all right. Now that I've made every Utahn angry, is that how you say that?
Ute?
Good call. The Utes. Good call. Although I swear they put it's UTAHN. That is what is plural of that.
Utan?
Utans.
Utan, maybe. Yeah.
Utans.
I don't know. They hide the homeless people there. So anyway, whatever.
All right, you're number 3.
I wish we could do that here. My number 3, obviously, I've said it before, and that would be the podcast app. And it's funny because people try to get me into podcasts, and I'm like, how? I listen to so many podcasts that how could any podcast enter my rotation? There's no way. Rachel tried to get me on this podcast of what's the guy, Helter Skelter guy? What's that guy? Come on, that's your homeboy from California, man. Helter Skelter, Charlie Manson. So she tried to get me on this.
What? Why would you ask me?
Because you're from California, man.
I mean, I know about all these things. I know. Never mind.
He's like the most. Well, okay. Anyway, so me and Rachel had an argument about him not being a serial killer because I'm like, he didn't kill anybody. He told people to kill somebody. He's not even Jeffrey Dahmer. He's not even like Ted Bundy. There's no way he could be in that class just because he's famous. Because first of all, he should have got the death penalty already. And I'm going off on a wild limb, but we repealed that. Although they have it again. Although he got lucky because he was in jail between that period. So somehow Scott Peterson is going to get off before him. So anyway,
what?
Never mind.
Okay.
So my podcast list, it's really hard to crack it. Although I do take a listen to what I sound like every week. And I'm going to be sorry for the last 30 seconds that I just said. I know that. So
So are we.
I'm sorry. So although I am fascinated by serial killers because it's really their supreme confidence. It's really what I'm going to study in school a little bit. But you know what? Big surprise, Don's fascinated by serial killers. People judge me for it, but hey, man, everybody has quirks. Caberto likes Disney movies, so you know what? Whatever, man. It's fine. Let me just.
Okay, yeah.
Let me just
Lion King, man.
Simba.
It's my jam.
I'll just give you a quick one.
So your podcasts.
I do have many Destiny. There's three to four that I listen to if I run out of content. Obviously, listen to The Herd with Colin Coward, Dan Patrick Show, because that's great. And I got about 6 Adam Carolla shows, including one with it's called Reasonable Doubt, and Mark Garagos is a lawyer, and he talks about cases, and it's fascinating to me because he was like Scott Peterson's lawyer.
We'll
He
probably
was-
do a upcoming show about it, the other podcasts we listen to.
Anyway, so there's
True
that.
that.
But podcast is my favorite app, and it's really hard to break into my rotation. But there you go.
There you go,
All
other
right.
podcasters out there.
Podcast app.
There you
Yes.
go.
Do it. And also listen to Rank 'em Up on
Yes.
iTunes. Subscribe. Thank you.
All right, you're number 2.
So my number 2, I use this very often, and
Oh
I
man.
do not use this in a vulgar way.
Ah,
I
sure.
promise I do not use this in a vulgar way.
First of all, you say that, and that's automatically what we're going to
Yeah,
do.
right.
So if you don't say anything,
So,
then people will not think that.
Hold on.
When you
Because
speak
I
it
had-
into existence, then it's in existence. And I know what he does.
You poisoned the well.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
I'm talking about
Tainted.
Snapchat. I use it as to video with my nieces.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Thoughts or funny comments from my friends that don't necessarily have to be on my phone's memory. That's they don't have to stay. So
It's all fun and games on Snapchat till you get someone's junk.
right, but
Just saying.
that's why my
Dick
circle
pics.
on Snapchat is very small. So
Brett Favre wishes he had Snapchat.
who?
Move on.
What?
Move on.
Oh, never mind.
All right. Never mind.
Yeah, so Snapchat is my
Not
number.
never mind. It was funny and it was
It
true,
was.
but,
Right.
go ahead.
It's my number 2. I do not send any pictures of my junk or anything like that. I promise
I
I
hope your
don't.
family doesn't listen to this because they're going to be like, I know Kiberto does that.
I promise I don't. I promise I don't.
Okay. All right, Kiberto.
Oh
I
my
believe
gosh.
you, man. I believe you.
I
That's
Snapchat a
hysterical.
lot with my girlfriend, so.
I even
Dang it. You know what?
You just ratted yourself out.
Kiberto.
You're a liar on the podcast.
Even if you've never sent a picture, I'm pretty sure there's been some vulgar language in your Snapchats. Exactly.
You hesitated.
But not it's nothing. I don't know.
Kiberto, just
I
say,
don't
just
have
move
sex.
on. Just move.
Anyway, yes.
Whoa.
It's all fun and games till you get
Just
someone's
go.
junk.
Sorry, next. I don't do that.
I knew that was going to come up Snapchat because you're on that all the time,
That's
all
what
day,
I'm saying.
all day.
Yeah, but not in the vulgar way.
My number 2.
Swipe right for
It's like, when you,
Kiberto.
it's like when you used to say no homo after everything, and we're like, we're not thinking homo. You just say it.
That never
does
came
not-
to my mind.
Exactly.
My number
Don't
2.
give me a ride home, no homo.
All right. No, it wasn't like that. Sorry. All right.
I know.
Okay. Hey, Craig, what's your number 2, buddy?
I listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't know if you know that or not.
I think Craig's gonna get mad at us.
No.
Okay, good.
But I don't like the podcast app on the iPhone. I really don't like it at all. It's clunky. It doesn't work well. When I unsubscribe to stuff, it still downloads stuff for me. I don't like the iTunes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
the iPhone podcast app. I prefer the one on my tablet, on my Android device. It's called Podcast Addict.
Hey.
I love Podcast Addict. It's the best podcast. I've downloaded pretty much, I think, every single podcast app there is just to try them, to see if I like them. And Podcast Addict is by far the best. It does everything I want it to do. It does it well. The interface is clean. It's nice. And I love it. It's good.
Yeah.
I listen to podcasts every night. When I'm playing video games, I mute the sound and I play podcasts while I'm playing. It's my alone time. It's my daddy time.
Daddy time.
And I listen to podcasts
After the kids go to bed.
after the kids go to bed.
Right.
I'm not on Snapchat.
That's when Snapchat comes out.
I'm on Podcast Addict. That's my number 2.
That's actually a really good app. I use that on my phone a lot too. Podcast Addict. It's a good one.
Yes.
Also free.
It's a free one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Only thing I wish it had was connectivity between devices.
Oh, I know. That would be great.
If you could sync your apps with your podcast with your phone and your tablet,
Yeah.
Same account. I wish it was account based.
Yeah, and it's completely not account based, and I think that's one of the downsides to Podcast Addict. So, Podcast Addict, folks, if you're listening, user IDs, please. It would be super helpful. Okay, my number 2 is an app that I'm actually looking at right now as I'm saying my list. It's Google Keep. Probably one of the coolest note-taking apps that I've ever used. And for you iOS users, it is available for that too. Here's why I like it. So it does all the regular note-taking stuff, right? So you can jot down some quick thoughts. You can type them out. You can actually handwrite notes on your phone or tablet now, and it'll save the handwritten note. Yep, it's voodoo magic. And then on top of that, it'll add, you can create reminders based on time. So like I want this to come back up later, like 4 hours from now or tomorrow or Sunday or some day that I deem appropriate in the future. Or you can tell it to remind you at a specific location.
What?
Yep. So let's say you're grocery shopping. And I'm going to get into my Google voice here, so heads up, everyone. Let's say you're shopping and you have a list of things that you need to purchase and you know that you're going to be going to a specific King Soopers. You type in King Soopers into the app as your reminder and it'll give you a list of locations. You select the locations you're going to. The instant you pull into that parking lot, your phone will give you a little ding and there's your checklist.
That is awesome.
I love this idea because I recently started using my notes app to Rachel would be stopping somewhere to get us dinner or whatever. And then I would have to go through and look at the menu and be like, this is my order. So now what I do for notes apps is I just write my whole order down, save it on notes. When Rachel's stopping somewhere, I copy and paste. Now this would work. I download it on her phone and be like, this is my order right now. I don't even have to tell you my order.
Yep. And it just pop up as she's driving by.
Exactly. And at Chipotle, if you never mixed regular Tabasco sauce with green Tabasco sauce, it's a delight. You don't need to have salsa. Just put some regular Tabasco sauce and green Tabasco sauce in the tacos with the guacamole. There you go.
Huh.
It's pretty good.
Andrew E. coli.
Andrew E. coli. It's a fascinating pro tip.
Back to life. Back to life. If I had these notes app, which I believe I will be downloading now, or this Google Keep, and that'll make it easier. Then Rachel doesn't even have to talk to me. And I'm sure that would make
Less
the day
user
a
interface.
little more pleasant.
That's a win-win for everybody.
That's what you call a win-win.
So yeah, Google Keep, everybody.
All right. Don, dude,
My
you're
list is
number
going to
2.
change.
You're number 2.
All right, my number 2, and we haven't talked about my love for fantasy sports this year that much, but I do love fantasy sports. I play basically every one, and I played hockey before. Although really, I don't know that many people that are into it. So, so there you go. That's why. But I've played every single one. I do play in a NASCAR fantasy league, which is really hard to do research for because I'm not plugged in to that at all. But and it's like the ESPN family of fantasy sports apps, and they're amazing, man. They've come a long way in the last 5 years, and I have a couple leagues, and they have the league history now, and they're far and away better than the old kind of alien single website out there. But the ESPN family of sports apps, you can actually draft on your phone now too. So that's why they're amazing, and I check those every single day. My basketball one, which you have to do every day, baseball I have to do every day, hockey every day, and then football. You want to get the inside scoop because that's the most popular game. But yeah, I go to those, my ESPN fantasy apps every single day, and fantasy sports is really fun.
Well, not the football one anymore.
Actually,
Someone didn't make the playoffs.
I'm in the playoffs in 3 of my 4 leagues.
Oh, okay.
The only one I'm not in the playoffs is the one that
The work league.
Oh no.
Well, I had Jamal Charles, all right, and then I lost somebody else who, whatever. Blake Bortles. I believe I had to depend on Blake Bortles because my other quarterback got hurt. So, c'est la vie. I will win, and my hypothetical trophy case is still, it's still full of titles. I'm still alive in 3 of my 4 leagues, and you know what? I am sad about not having bragging rights at work, but I will once again. And by the way, Craig, who won the first baseball league that you started at work? Thank you.
Gilberto, you're number 1.
Awesome. Well, my number one.
Or honorable mentions if you have any.
Honorable mentions. Yes, I do actually. My social medias. I do toggle between those all the time.
You could be one of those social media like managers of a company. I'm pretty sure.
I run a couple social media accounts at work.
You are a high volume user.
Yeah.
I am actually.
Nice.
You remember when you had two cell phones and you had like two hands and you would do it on both hands?
I still have two hands.
Oh, jeez.
But
Remember that time you had two hands?
I had to come back because I know where you were going with that. Come on.
You could, and then you would take selfies of yourself in like
No.
From multiple
360
angles.
degrees. Exactly,
No.
like 360 degree selfie. Like you can do the panorama.
I'm not a
okay,
selfie
back
guy.
to like,
I'm not a selfie
excuse
guy.
me.
I'm not a selfie guy.
Do you or do you not own a selfie stick?
I do not
What?
actually.
Number two. Okay, have you ever owned a selfie stick? That's a yes.
Well,
Has anybody else in the room ever owned a selfie stick?
Negative.
No.
No.
I feel like that's something Lilo would
Thank you.
own, though.
Thank
That's
you.
what my arm is for.
No, that's
I have a
I know,
2.5
I know,
foot
exactly.
arm.
That's what they call my arm, is a selfie stick. I don't need any extra help,
It has
Quebeco,
multiple adjustable positions.
because I am not a girl with short arms.
That's messed up. That's messed up. I have short arms. I'm not a girl. Jerk.
You don't have short arms.
Anyway,
All right, you're number one.
my
Number
number
one.
one.
They're proportionate to your body.
So I have a lot. I have a lot to write down. I have a lot of reminders to, be reminded of. So I'm always thinking whether also it's content for my show on the station. Thoughts, songs that I write. This app is always open on my phone. It's the Notes app. I'm constantly writing. So my notes is my number one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's maybe about 80% of my day.
It's a good way about it.
The other part is Snapchat.
Yeah.
All right, my number one
Junk.
is I do a lot of this, and on my whenever I'm watching TV, I'll have this open. I'll check through it. I have it open at work all the day. It's Twitter.
Yep.
I didn't put all the other social apps because I really only use Twitter. I use Facebook every once in a while, and I'll do my honorable mentions here after this. But Twitter, I do a lot of second screen viewing when I'm watching TV. If I'm watching a football game, I scroll through Twitter. I have Twitter going just so I can see injury updates, what everything is going on from the insiders that I follow. I have a very niched follow list. I have very specific people that are very into very specific things.
I wish you could like change the list on your Twitter app. Like, I just want to see which I know you can kind of, but if you'd have to type it in and like look for that specifically. But like, this is my Denver Broncos list. I only want to see this part. And I wish you could do that and change it off a
That's
little.
right.
Bit.
I have
You kind of can.
football people. I've got soccer people I follow, Pokemon people, Catholic people. I've got very niched lists, and it's kind of funny. At specific times, those people are tweeting like when there's
right.
live things
Yeah.
going on
Right.
in that department of
Your
my world.
Your AM Twitter feed is way different than your PM Twitter feed.
Plus, yeah, my
Yes.
early morning, late night is when my friends in Spain start tweeting, and so I've got all like Spanish soccer news from like 11 o'clock at night to I don't know 3 or
That's
4 in the
cool.
morning.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I like that. A couple of my honorable mentions. I should have done it before that, but when I do use Facebook, I use the Paper app. It's much better than the regular Facebook app. I have not used the regular Facebook app in a long time because Paper, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful Facebook app. It makes things look like stories, like news stories. It's cool, and it's much more user friendly. I also use the Watch ESPN app a lot because there's a lot of times when there's two things on at once that I want to see, and I'll put the Watch ESPN app on my TV. Or on my tablet, and I'll just have that right there, and I'll be watching a football game on the TV and MLS Cup on the tablet.
Yeah, it's like picture in
Nice.
picture.
Exactly.
Awesome.
I also, I mentioned I listen to a lot of podcasts, but when I'm all caught up and I have to wait a week between shows, I'll listen to a Scanner Radio on the tablet. I like to listen to some Police Scanner Radio sometimes. It's kind of fun.
That's interesting.
I work in news. I like hearing the news.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
goes hand in hand.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Right, you're getting it as it's breaking.
Getting it as it happens. Yeah.
The San Bernardino, that app went crazy, and I saw them like watch. They put that on TV when
anytime.
right before the shootout happened, actually.
Anytime
And we
somebody
were up
wins
here.
a championship, I always listen to the city that wins it because they're always like burning stuff down. It's kind of fun.
I wish
Riots
we could do
breaking
that
out.
first week of February.
And then also two more quickly. I have the Pebble app, which is linked to my smartwatch. And if I'm bored at work or if I'm bored anywhere, I'll just be looking through that app for apps that I can, or new watch faces that I can put on my phone. It's kind of fun to do that every once in a while.
Nice.
And the Pandora, I use that every once in a while just because I can control that from my watch, which is really cool. I can wear my watch in the shower and have my Pandora going to the Bluetooth speaker in my bathroom.
Wow, that's intense.
I
dude.
can change the songs.
actually.
I can change the songs from my watch
That's
on the phone.
That
It shows
is
me what's
super-
playing,
yeah.
and I can mess with it.
That is
So-
super Internet of Things. Look at you go.
I'm connected.
Nice.
Pretty
Yeah, you
soon
are.
you're gonna have a TV on that watch, and
I
then you can
might.
just watch TV
I
on
might.
your watch in the shower.
Hologram.
right.
A hologram.
That's right.
Holograms.
I
That would
thought-
be cool.
I'm like, it was like space age. I can change the
Tupac
station.
lives.
I can change the song from in the shower.
That is amazing.
They're living
That's
in the
intense.
Tupac lives.
And so Twitter, my number one.
What? You didn't see that?
Apocalypse.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Coachella.
Sorry.
I'm done.
Oh,
Twitter's my number one.
nice. Okay. So, all right. So I've got a handful of honorable mentions. I'm just gonna say the Google mobile apps. Sweet. That'll be one because I'm not even gonna go into all of those. Except for YouTube and Chromecast app, those two hand in hand are really awesome. I love the Chromecast app because the app specifically, because then it gives you content that is ready to cast right then and there. You can also change your backdrop so that you can have all your pictures and stuff. You can also change the name of your Chromecast on the fly. Mine right now is When in Chrome. It's like probably not the best pun I've ever come up with, but it'll do.
I feel like I inspired that.
you did. You
Yeah.
really did.
I really want to say mine. Can I say mine?
Yeah, do it.
My Chromecast in my living room is called Chromeo Montague.
And I wanted to use it. I'm like, I should use it. I can't use it though. I can't use it. so brilliant.
I have named my mom's Chromecast apps too. One of them, Castina Aguilera.
Oh, see, come on. I can't beat that.
The other one is Chromeo Speedwagon.
I can't beat any of those. I can't beat those with six. I should just stop trying. Oh, good God.
I like puns.
Yeah, and you're very good at them. I thought I was good, but no, my pun game's got nothing. Podcast Addict, like Craig said, I've got all my podcasts going on there. It does eat up data like crazy though, so heads up.
Got to be on the Wi-Fi.
Got to be on Wi-Fi for sure, or ready to download the apps to the phone and then ready to delete them from the phone too. Time Hop, because I like to reminisce about my days. It also gives like some really fun ones too, like like I learned that today was Nicki Minaj's birthday,
All right.
or whenever.
Cumpleaños.
Yeah, whatever.
Today, as in
like a number of weeks ago.
The month of December.
December 17th,
That's
you mean?
right.
'Cause
That's
today is
exactly
December
what I'm talking
17th.
about. I'm just gonna hop in my DeLorean and go home. And then I've got a few games. Tap Titans. This is probably the most mindless game you could ever download for free. It's a quote unquote role playing game because you gain a bunch of levels and stuff. But it's literally just you smashing the screen with your thumbs. And that's it. The numbers. It throws a bunch of like really obscure numbers, but it makes you feel really awesome because they're like you start getting into like the millions and billions and trillions of hit points. So,
Awesome.
Crossy Road, that one's also very mindless. You're like a chicken and you try to cross the road, and when you get hit, you go "Bark!" and it's
It's like Frogger.
it is like Frogger. It's mildly entertaining. The other one is Goat Simulator.
I've seen that for the Xbox.
It's
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Anyone out there with like $4.99, or if you want to get like on a big screen or something, like $19.99, should download Goat Simulator. It's just like the best time suck ever. That was my phone.
The
So everyone,
Jetsons app is awesome.
yep. All right, those are all my honorable mentions. My number one, and I apologize because this is Android specific, unless you decide to jailbreak your iPhone and put Android on, which I've known no one to do that. So,
That's illegal. We don't do that.
yeah, right.
I know many.
Yeah.
Well, the RC does it.
There's a let's say there's a whole community on jailbreaking for iOS. It's the Google Now launcher. So the Google Now launcher essentially takes your Android phone and whatever comes pre-built with it, and it reformats the whole thing so that you have what's called the Google Now launcher. It looks exactly like any stock Nexus device, which is Google's line of phones, but it also gives the cool swipe off to the side, and it'll give you your Google Now stuff. So if you are a heavy Google Now user, this is awesome because it gives you like travel times, it gives you news stories, it gives you scores, it gives you everything pertinent that Google has learned you like. Sometimes it's stuff that's not so pertinent. Like I did one random search for Taylor Swift one day, and it showed a card of like some Taylor Swift news, and it says, "You showed interest in Taylor Swift." And I said, "No, I didn't," and got rid of it real quick. But yeah, the Google Now launcher. So if you have an Android device and you want something more closely akin to the stock Android, that is the one that you want to get. There you go.
You 1986'd it?
Basically.
It's okay. It's okay.
Done. You're number one.
My honorable mentions. First of all, Amazon. I use that more than I use the Amazon app on the computer, and I purchase all my goods and services from Amazon. And I wish we got the Google or the Amazon Fresh, like where they have the grocery store.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go to the grocery store anymore. And like some places, San Francisco, I know is one of them. But you can order all your stuff. You can order fruit on Amazon, and I swear they will bring you the best fruit unless they're jerks. But if they don't want to tip, then bring bad fruit. Anyway, so Amazon, I do Instagram, look a lot of that, whatever, and Spotify, which is one of my favorite musical services, which I also download. Rachel, it's like Rachel's account, but then I download stuff to make her mad, and like but she puts like stuff on my playlist that I'm like,
Awesome.
I don't know what this is, but I do the same thing to her. Like I'll put, I don't know, some like obscure reggae song or something, or like classical music in the middle of her workout situation, and then she texts me, "What are you doing?" And anyway, so I do that. That's what I like to mess with Rachel that way. The actual Destiny companion app. I use that, although it's not as. Although you can get news and you can get other stuff, it's not as good as the Ishtar. But Destiny Companion is for other things. Ishtar is for let's move our weapons around or check out what we got and stuff. So, but Destiny Companion, that's awesome. And you can, it has like a link to the Reddit, and you can see like. And by the way, let me just say my favorite thing ever is when you go on Reddit and there's like. They release a list or, the review of all the like sniper rifles. And then I'm looking through my sniper rifles because I contrary to what people may believe, I actually do not play that much. So I do not know everything about Destiny. But so when you like, they have the inevitable, here's all the perks. They rank them like 1 through 3. They rank the weapons. I don't know why it starts S tier. I mean, maybe some kind of first person shooter that thing that I don't know about, but it's like S, A, B, C. That's how the grading scale goes. So the S tier is like super, I guess, whatever. So
Supreme.
So and then on the bottom they rank all the perks, and then on the bottom they have the god rolls. So when you figure out that you have a god roll according to the Reddit community, it makes your day. And I actually have a fusion rifle god roll last night. I was really excited about it. So that's my honorable mentions. The actual number one, everybody's already said it. So Twitter is my favorite thing. And I do control 7 Twitter accounts.
Wow.
Including Drunk Caberto and
There you go. He admitted it.
Rapid Rant. And but Drunk Caberto is a historical review, just the facts of your life, Caberto. That's what it is. It's not just because I control it doesn't mean that it is not any less true.
It's a biography, not an autobiography.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Who is a better historian of Caberto lore than me? Because I remember the times that you don't remember.
There you go.
Man, that is
Twitter,
some logic
huh?
that you can't fight.
You know what?
Thank you, Lilo. So Twitter is my favorite, and there you go.
I forgot about one of my apps that I want to mention at
I'll
least.
give you that.
It's the Xfinity X1 app, the remote.
Really?
I downloaded that because my mom has the X1 box, at home.
Yeah.
And sometimes she'll call me and be like, I don't know what channel this is on. So I just downloaded the app and I can change the channel for her.
Oh my gosh, that's
directly to her living room. But that's not
amazing.
That's not the best way I use it, because sometimes during a Broncos game, during something I know she wants to watch, I'll change it to like the kids channel. And then she'll call me, I don't know what happened to my TV.
Awesome.
And I'll just be laughing. That's the best.
I would get so mad. I'd be like, "What is this?"
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully she doesn't listen to this, because that joke is still funny.
I
is
am
funny.
totally going to do that now. That's
awesome.
so awesome.
Idea.
All right. Well, that's Rank 'em Up. Thank you for listening. For Don, for Gilberto, for Lilo. Until next week, this is Rank 'em Up.